We are live in one, two, three, four, five. All right, guys, we have a new session of the Transform Sales podcast. We have Raja, head of sales and go to market. We have an episode today of the Sales Software Review with Cone. Happy to introduce you.
Hey Dave, thanks for having me. My name is Raja, and my surname could be a bit tricky, Balachandran. So it's Raja Balachandran. I take care of sales and go-to-market strategy for Cone, which is backed by Y Combinators and other big venture capitals around the world. And we are excited to talk to CloudTask today and take you through our product.
Awesome, awesome. Well, guys, my name is David Menjura. I manage demand generation, and I want to get started. So, what is the name of the product that you want to share with us today?
So here we go. So I came in all prepared there, Dave. So
Yeah.
we are Cone. Our website is getcone.io. So when you get a chance to go visit it.
Awesome, awesome. And what is the category that you guys fall into at the moment?
So we fall into the category of invoicing, e-signature, payment collection, but majorly trying to be all in one platform, trying to help the professions of the world.
Awesome. So that means that you're trying to eliminate a lot of the manual tasks. You're trying to reduce the amount of applications that customers are using in order for them to optimize their time. Is that correct?
That is great. And often, multiple apps leads to each app not talking to each other, and there is always a gap. What Cone tries to do is to eliminate that process and keep all that within one platform. It not only brings in the efficiency, but also it saves a lot of cost.
Awesome. That's definitely great. And I see that as a no-brainer for sure.
Yes, yeah.
Awesome. So Raja, I do have a question is who will be your ideal customer? Who is the person that is perfectly equipped to work with you, be your best client? Can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure, certainly. So I would like to actually be bold and say, anybody who wants to send a proposal out with their services and their pricing and want to create an automation around invoicing and collection of their payments and also have an e-signature capabilities would need Cone. But in short, our ICP is bookkeepers, accountants, our primary ICPs today. But we have clients across from marketing to freelancers who are still using the platform on a day-to-day basis because they are able to create that highly customizable proposals that they are able to send out at scale, and that they have an advantage in winning that particular business using an impressive proposal which stands out from the crowd.
Awesome. So one of the things that we have in our marketplace, we have a huge audience of sales agencies. Can you tell us a little bit about how a sales agency can fully benefit of your product and service?
So agencies would be able to come to the platform. They will be able to list and price their services. They will be able to talk to their clients by adding a Loom video to their proposal. They can explain their services in detail through a video, which is what is preferred by many enterprises across the globe. And they will be able to send that immediately as soon as they talk, after they have that conversation, able to get that e-signature done and able to immediately start the invoicing also that could automatically begin once a proposal is signed. So they could use it for e-signature, sending impressive proposals out, winning more business, and also managing their sales pipeline management. Cone also has a sales pipeline management system which helps you to manage events before you send a proposal. So the agencies will be more than happy to use those features to manage right from prospecting all the way to sending a proposal and winning them as a client.
Awesome. So one of the things that I'm hearing a lot of value is you can add a Loom video, right? I feel like that also is an opportunity to also educate more the buyer before they even make the decision. So they come more prepared to make sure they sign off and they're ready to get on board, right?
Yeah, it's not just Loom videos. You can add testimonials. So you can add your pre-existing your current client's testimonials to your proposal that you send. You can add a PDF. If you have a nice brochure that you wanted to add with that talks about you and your team, you could add it. I'm going to show you all, but I'm saying it's not just about adding a Loom video or a Calendly, but it's about a, a proposal software that helps you to customize your proposal and gives you all the abilities to make it unique so that your proposal is going to win that business.
Awesome. Awesome. Oh, perfect. The reason why I mentioned it, because it really stood out to me, because
Yeah,
even in our use case, right, we want to make sure that people fully understand what they're getting into and obviously reduce the amount of questions so that they're confident enough to take the service.
that's
So
right.
yeah, absolutely. And one of the things that I did my research on as well, because I found it very interesting, is also the templates that you guys have on your website. So you're getting everybody equipped to get the best use of your software as soon as they get started. So tell me a
That-
little bit about that.
That's right, and well noted actually. And there's an interesting story to it as well. So we have been fortunate enough. Some of our early adopters and users have started creating these, especially people from the world of marketing and others. They started making these kind of different templates within the platform, which we started sharing across to the public. And the beauty about it is that it helps the audience to start building something of their own immediately. So it kind of gives them the shell or like the skeleton, and then they can wrap it around the way they need it, change the colors, bring in more dimensions to the proposal, add their videos, add their testimonials, make it more colorful. So the customization, the ability for them to create a highly customizable proposal at scale is what the true merit is.
That's great. And one of the things that I envision here is that, well, there's some answers you can also give on those videos, those testimonials. So it could kind of reduce the time you're in those conversations, because then the proposal will finish off itself for you, right? In some
Yeah,
sense.
and we are not talking about one other important part about the product, which is about the pricing tool it has. Especially when we talk about our primary ICP, which is accountants and bookkeepers, they
Yeah.
have a lot of pricing factors to determine the right price for their service. For an example, they might have thousands of transactions that they need to go through in order to give the right, if there are 1,000 transactions, then there is a different price. If there's only 500 transactions, then the price is definitely lesser. So there is definite multiple permutation combination for them to come to the right scientific reason for valuing a service of a product. This is where Cone comes in place. We help you for an example of a bookkeeper. He would want to price it for a transaction that he tries to keep the books for. So, and then Cone does that calculation within the software itself. So there's no more need of Excel calculation. So all your prices are done at the back end, and you're just talking to your client, you're just getting the details, you're popping in those numbers, the exact scientific reason prices, the value-based prices is already populating. You send them the proposal, get it e-sign, send them the invoice, collect the payment details, collect the payment immediately when you send the proposal. Boom.
All in one. That's insane.
All in one. And we do have an option where you collect 50% advance. So sometimes you wanted to collect 50% advance to start a job, so you can collect that as well. If you can also do monthly reoccurring payments, you can collect using the platform. All that the process around invoicing and collection of the payment happens within the system.
Okay. One thing that I did mention, because I try to go over the pricing as well to get super involved, is the difference between, I believe, is growth
Yep.
is the automation and the deal board, right? If I'm mistaken.
So, growth and essentials, you mean to talk about the two different pricings that we have?
Yeah, yeah. One of them will be more focused on automation, which is a growth, and then also the deal board. Is that correct?
Yes, it is not only, and it is more like the growth has more features, which is automating the invoices and the payment collection, and also an ability with regards to which is in our roadmap, like renewals, so more around contract negotiation, renewals, and so forth. So that will be in our growth tier. And if you see the cost difference is quite minuscule. We are talking just
Yeah.
about $4 or $5. Depends on if you're looking at monthly or annually, but we are only talking about $5 to $6. So it's a very small difference.
I agree. So, Raja, I do want to mention this is definitely a great product. I do see a great value not only for the audience who is listening to this, but also ourselves. There's always an opportunity for us to optimize our process, get more of our assets that we're currently working on to get them seen by those potential customers. So, I see this as a great opportunity. But one thing I do want to ask is, what does your software help users do that they couldn't do before your software existed?
So it was like we spoke before. It was multiple different apps that they need to have. They didn't have. They had a sales pipeline management in a separate app, and then they had a manual way of writing the proposals down in a PDF or in a Word document, and they had an Excel sheet which was helping them to do the calculations to come up and put it that figures into the document that they're writing. And they also was working on a different app for invoicing and payment collections and so forth. Now with Cone, you're able to do all that in one platform, and
It's no longer a headache.
it is a very smooth process. You can see one from it moves from prospecting to qualified meeting to a client, and then a proposal, then to a client, and then you start invoicing, and then you collect the payments. The whole process is kept into one roof.
Awesome, awesome. I think that's very great. And how can users measure the success with the software product?
So we find a feedback from our existing users that the win rate of them winning a proposal, sending using a cone, is more compared to others, or the manual way of them sending. So it helps you to get more sales, and it helps you save time and cost. So these are how cone success could be measured.
Awesome, awesome. Thanks for sharing that. But we do want to get the audience a little excited. If you could share your screen, walk us through your the process, how we could get the best use of our product, and I believe that will be a great way to start because there's so many good things, right? But once you see them, it puts you in a better position to make a better and more informed decision.
You're spot on, and nothing speaks better than a product itself than anybody. So I can sit here, we both can sit here and talk about what could be the best, but I think what we really take importance in Cone is to make a simple and yet an affordable platform that for the users. It has to be simple. Now, it is very easy for us to go ahead and say, I built a simple platform, but let's go deep. Let's go let me go ahead and share my screen. Let's see if you all think if we have built a simple platform, and what you're seeing is just the first draft, or let's say it is just the start of the big journey, and there's more to come.
Awesome.
Where do I do this? Present. Give me a moment, and now while I do this.
No worries.
And
we'll be adding. Yep.
Am I sharing my screen?
Yes, you are.
Welcome
All
to
right.
Cone. Welcome to Cone, guys. So what should I take you through? So Cone is integrated with your accounting software, so like QuickBooks and Xero. We are the only platform which can help you connect with Stripe and GoCardless for payment collection in the world of accountants and bookkeepers. You could choose either ones. You can create an account with. If you don't have a Stripe account, you are more than welcome to use one or use Cone and create an account. If not, you can bring your existing account. The same goes to GoCardless. The integrations with your accounting software. Now, this ties up with what I mean by automating your invoices and so forth. Today, accountants and bookkeepers and freelancers are using our platform to automate these invoices as soon as a proposal is accepted and so forth, which I'll take you through. And if you remember, I also said Cone not only helps you to send a proposal, it helps you to track what happens before you send a proposal, like a sales pipeline management. This is where you manage your sales, and you have a very good sales discipline. You can create a deal for all different services that you have. Very simple. You say what client, what contact, projected date, who's the owner of this particular deal, the deal value, what service are you trying to sell them. So this is the bookkeeping service if you're a bookkeeper, an accountant, and so forth. But if you're a marketing agency, you will have your own services there, and you'll be able to create that deal. You now know how much money is blocked in each of these bucket. Prospecting today has 50K, qualified is this much and this much. How do we move these into different buckets? How do we win more business? And if you won a business, is cool, but if you lose a business, it will ask you, why have you lost it? And you have to give
Okay.
the reasons. Over a period of time, this is going to help you so much to understand how you're going to run your proposal. And again, we do have multiple different ways. So you can see by priority. You want to see all your high priority clients, you can simply come here and do all that. So different ways to look at it. Now, if you remember, I did say talk to you about how interesting is our pricing module. So we help you with a very strong pricing module and a lot of library. Again, for a bookkeeper and accountants, we have you all covered. But again, for freelancers and marketing agencies, we do have some of templates that is available. But to take you through one particular example, you have the service name, you have the service description, and then you have a variant pricing model. So it depends on the number of transactions in this particular example. You can, for a marketer, you can think about it could be the number of keywords or a number of words that you write an article on. So if the article is 100 words, it could be this much. In a world of bookkeeping, is that much to this much. And then you can see that there is also a pricing factor that you can introduce to the system, which is nothing but an extra layer of factors that will determine the work. So in this work, if we have to do the work on a monthly basis, is only a default, but we have to do it bi-weekly, then it is slightly more. If you have to do it weekly, then it's even more than that. So we can bring in multiple different layers of permutation combinations, and you can say it is a one-off fee or a reoccurring or a milestone where you can collect 50% advance and 50% later. And like I said, we can automate your invoicing and we can collect the payments within the platform. Or it's a very simple toggle button and you'll be able to do it. But let's go ahead and do this interesting part of creating a proposal. So I'm going to go ahead. There are quite a few templates that is available in the system, but I'm just going to go ahead and take a proposal, a bookkeeping or an accounting. Use this as an example. Let's start with that.
And one thing that jumps here is that most companies that I see in is that they have the templates separate, but you're adding it into the whole journey of the buyer, so they feel your support even if you're not fully there, right? So
Yes,
that's something.
and all these different templates can be saved here. I'll tell you how this could be used. So you can say this is your most sold template. So let's say you are selling X, Y, and Z service. So you can just click that particular and save that as a template, and you can always just come here, and it's already pre-built for you. You're just going to add the client name. You're going to select the client, and then you're going to add a name, and then boom, you're ready to send that. You can add your logo. This doesn't have a logo because this is a demo account, but once you add it once, it will stay there forever. And again, like I said, it's highly customizable. You can change anything and everything from here. You can change the colors to match your hex codes to match your color. I'm just going to generally take some different color here. You can say who's the client. You can say who's the staff who's sending it. If it's just you, it'll be just yourself. You can say what do you want the proposal layer? Do you want to bring this testimonials before ahead? You can do that. Everything from here is highly customizable. You can add text, images. You have the placeholders that will already come in. You can add a PDF. You have the testimonials. You can simply add them. You can save them multiple different testimonials, and you can use them as well. And if you want to add a Loom video, which you got excited about that day, you can simply come here. It could be a PDF as well. You can simply come here to a Loom video. You can add something like that, and you can say, "Hey, here we go. Add a video." So you can just scale it. So you can add a Loom video. You can add the content. But here is what the magic is. So in this example, I've taken a bunch of services. I'm going to go ahead and edit them, and I'm going to say, hey, how many transactions you have? So this much. So what is your frequency? So that much. So that will be the price. The price calculates automatically, and you say how many, and you just say what are the details. The price will automatically increase. If you wanted to add more services, you can just go here. You can say, I would like to add this particular service to there. Boom, you can simply add that. And you can give it discounts. If you want to give a discount, a percentage discount or a dollar discount, you can go ahead and
Mhm.
say, I'd like to give a percentage discount or a dollar discount in this case, and say $5 discount, and so forth. So you'll be able to do that very simply, and all that prices will be nicely labeled here. Your engagement letter is clearly,
Wow.
and then you can simply send this as a shareable link to your client. So now this doesn't go as a PDF; it goes as a microsite, and then it is kind of an arm of your own website. Think about like that. I'm just going to
Nice.
copy it and take this as an example. This is how your clients will look into your proposal, fully
Wow.
customizable. Looks like your own website.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, and
This
then
is good.
has the video. It has the summary, the details of all the services. What is the cost? The agreement. Go ahead and sign this. Boom. So if you want to go ahead and sign that, you can come here and say, I'd like to accept and sign. Now, there is also another thing. You can say before you sign, you can collect the payment details as mandatory. You can do that as well.
Okay.
So you can
Okay.
say the client has to give the payment details in order for us to proceed. You can do that as well. So I've
Wow.
now sent it. A PDF is now sent to you and the client. But there are interesting things more than that. Let's go ahead and look at the site. Now, since it's a microsite, you now can see how many times it has been viewed and when was the
Okay.
last time it has been viewed. So you can simply go ahead and chase them and bring that business to a close. You can create invoices from the platform. You don't need to
Hmm.
go outside. You can simply create an invoice from the platform itself and say this is costing you this much, and you can review. You can create those invoices from the platform, and you can see what are the invoices status, and then you can simply go ahead and mark it as sent, mark it as paid off, or charge now. So if you have the client's card details, this doesn't have, but if you have the client card details, you can simply go ahead and charge that particular invoice that you have just created.
Sick. One of the questions that I wanted to ask is this something that users from that are international could benefit of, or you have any restrictions on
So
location?
today it is governed by geo. So people in the US will have the US dollars, but Canadians will have the Canadian dollars. UK will have the British pounds, and Australians like the same. So it is governed by the geo that you use. Soon we are definitely, it's in our roadmap to have support multiple different currencies as well.
Oh, okay. So, for example, somebody in Latin America won't be able to use your product as of now, or will
As
they?
about no, if they are serving to the US clients, if their billing is on the US, they could use it. But
Okay.
if they are not in the billing, but having said that, Dave, we have just launched two new currencies, or very similar request. One is in South Africa, and the other one is in Botswana. There's a lot of interest for our software there, so we have just launched the two new currencies in the last couple of days. So to add another couple of currencies, there is an interest in the market, wouldn't be that hard at all. So we can accommodate that. But today we have only a hand pick.
Okay. Perfect. No, I think this is great. This is absolutely insane, honestly. Um, well, this was a great session, Raja. I definitely learned a lot. I did my research prior to the call just to get I could get more involved in it. And there's definitely some things we definitely gonna apply or take from those templates that I found valuable. But yeah, this was our
Which you saw will be different to you when you choose a different ICP. The templates that you saw was
uh-huh,
only for the accountants. Now, if you
correct.
choose a freelancer or a consultant or a marketer, the proposal layout will change.
Perfect. All right. So that was a great session. I do appreciate your time, Raja. For those watching, we are going to have this listing in the link below. Thank you again for being part of the Transform Sales podcast, Sales Software Review with Cone and my man Raja, who is the head of sales and go to market. We'll catch you guys soon.
See you on the other side, guys. Thank you.